Hi, so the subject of styles, martial arts styles or fencing styles comes up a lot in discussions in historical European martial arts and in other discussions of martial arts, Asian martial arts and martial arts from all over the world. There is a certain group of people, shall we call them a sect of people perhaps, within the historical European martial arts, the historical fencing community, who are fans of saying that if you take Fiore and Lichtenauer and Marozzo and a bunch of European sources that use similar weapons, say for example in this case a longsword, they say that they are not different styles, that they are essentially the same system represented in different ways. I have a fundamental problem with that assertion, and I disagree with it, bluntly, on the basis that if we're going to call anything a different style from something else in martial arts term, so say for example, if we take Okinawan karate, you know, like Shotokan karate, compared to Hung Gar Kung Fu, okay? Both of them have punches and kicks, neither of them really grapple much, neither of them have groundwork to speak of. They're both essentially punching and kicking systems that use a lot of very similar techniques. However, would we say that Chinese Hung Gar, say Tiger Crane style Kung Fu, is the same style as Okinawan karate? No, they're different styles. They have enough differences in them to warrant calling them different styles. They're from different places. They're perhaps from slightly different time periods. They formed into the form that we now see them today in different time periods. Maybe not greatly different time periods, but slightly different. They were taught in different places by different people, in a different social context. The social context in China, where Hung Gar Kung Fu was practiced, was not exactly the same as in Japan, in Okinawa, where karate was practiced. They have slightly different lineages behind them that lead to different terminology, different names for the techniques, slightly different ways of blocking, slightly different ways of punching, of kicking. So some people might say, oh, you know, but fundamentally all martial arts are the same, man, because, you know, they both kick and they both punch and they both block. Well, yeah, but that's kind of like saying that everything in the world is the same. You may as well say that every martial art is exactly the same. And on a fundamental level, I suppose there is some theoretical way in which that is true. However, for practical purposes, Okinawan karate and Hung Gar Kung Fu are separate styles. And equally, in the European martial arts traditions, I would say for exactly the same reasons that Lichtenauer longsword is a different style to Fiore longsword, which is a different style to Marozzo longsword. Yes, they might be interrelated. They may have even crossed over in the lineages. There may be that the people that Fiore learnt from had some connection to the people that Lichtenauer learnt from. We'll never know whether they did, probably. However, what is represented in, say for example, Paulus Cal's treatise is a different style of longsword use to what's represented in Marozzo's treatise of longsword or Fiore's treatise of longsword. There are enough differences, enough significant differences to call them different styles. And when we say, oh, everything's the same style and there was a pan-European fencing style, I think it's kind of lazy actually. And I think all we're doing is we're giving ourselves an excuse to teach a generic longsword style and call it historical without really being faithful to the sources that we're supposed to be working from. Thank you.